Welcome back to Harmonize Your Life Conversations on Self-Care for Women of Color podcast with your host, Dr. Tony G. Alvarado. We are in our July series and we are excited about the women who have joined us this month for our July series theme, which is entitled Women of a Certain Age. We've been talking about aging, women and aging, and what it means for us to take care of ourselves as we age as women of color. And I'm so delighted that you joined us again this week for another intriguing conversation. As we prepare to go into our conversation, I just want you to let somebody know, take notes, relax, get you a cup of tea, call a girlfriend, call a neighbor, share this podcast episode with somebody and let them know that Dr. Tony and the women, her guest on today is going to bring some very valuable information, inspiration, and motivation for self care, health, and wellness for women of a certain age. We'll be right back after this. Well, I'm excited to have back, by popular demand, Sheila Agnew McCoy, who is our guest on the podcast. Last year, she was here with us. Sheila, you're not going to believe this, but you were in the series in July 2021, and now you're in the series in July 2022.
All
It's been
right. Has it been that long?
I mean, I'm just so excited to have you back with us this year as we talk a little bit more and peel the onion a little bit more and pull off another layer of this conversation. I think last year we when we had you on, you were sharing your journey, your fitness journey, and just blowing us away with your beautiful self. Uh, Nobody would ever look at you and think you are the age that you are. You're just a diva. And then and talking to us about, I think last year we talked about women fitness for women 50 plus. And
Right.
so this year we're coming back around to that conversation, and this whole series this month is dedicated to women of a certain age. And so
Right.
there's no way I could talk about aging and fitness and health and wellness and all that for women of a certain age and not include my fabulous fit friend, Sheila Agnew. Thank you for being with us today.
Well, thank you. And thank you for having me back. It is always a pleasure, and I enjoy our conversation. So, I'm ready for it.
And I follow you on social media, on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. And I'm just so inspired by you. A little update last year when you were on the show, you inspired me to get back to running.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I see you.
And I'm running again. And that was as a result of our conversation last year. And you just talked to me about last year when you talked about how you in your 60s started, you became a fitness trainer in your 60s, right? It was in your
Right.
60s.
Hmm.
And you shared that with us. And it just kind of helped me realize that, it's never too late to go back and pick up stuff. And that I'm not too old to do some of the things that I really, really feel like I want to do in this space of fitness, health, and wellness. And so, yes. And so you inspired me, and I went back and I started running again. I told you on the podcast last year that I have a goal of running a full marathon
Yes.
next year in my when I after I turn 60. I'll be 60 in May of 2023. and I plan to run in October 2023 if all goes well and everything goes together.
I am I am shooting for you. I am hoping that I know that will go well. I know God is with
Well,
you.
and
So
I'm
that's
doing it
gonna
at
be good.
home, Sheila. I'm going to Chicago. I want to do it at home. So I'm planning a big thing around it. And I hope you'll be able to join in with us as we do it. But
Okay.
this
Not on
year,
the marathon, but I'm gonna be cheering you.
yeah, yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. I'm getting my cheering squad together. I just want some women at the end of the line waiting on me when I get there. And so
Right, right.
I want
That'll
to have
be
a big
fun.
old
That'll be fun.
yeah, I
Yeah.
need a big old party of women that, I want to do like a party bus and everything.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So this month we are focusing on women and aging. And I just want you to talk to us about how you've handled your aging process. Um,
Well, one of the
physically,
things
mentally, emotionally, spiritually, however you want to, whatever way you want to share.
Okay. Well, one of the things that I realized, and I think I shared with you, that I started thinking about aging at an earlier age, probably in my late 30s. I don't know where that came from, but I would read articles and it would talk about menopause and this and that and gray hair and all those kind of things. And it became something that I felt that was important. So as I grew older, particularly as I approached 50, I started thinking about what did I want? How did I want to age? What did I want to feel like? What did
Mhm.
I want to look like? And even though we don't have all the control over some of those things, I know that we have most of the control over some of the things that we do. So
Mhm.
my thing was embracing.
Mhm.
I started to embrace the aging process.
Oh,
And when I started to think like that, then things started happening positive. I started feeling good about it. And I know that there are some things like physically that will happen as you age. But I started thinking about how can I make it better, such as menopause, such as any diseases, heart disease. I know my grandmother and my mom had heart disease.
mhm.
So I started thinking about those things. So basically, I embraced it. And as I even got to my 60s, I started to have an appreciation of aging. I'm like, God, I made it here, you know? So
Okay,
I
okay.
started to appreciate who I was, what I was doing, and I never stopped with my goals and my aspirations and my passions. And one of the things, and there have been times when I've gotten down, I'm like, oh, Lord, and one of the things that I think about, my mom told me a couple of years ago before I made 70, because I am 71 now. But my mom told me a couple of years ago
Look,
when I
wait
was
a
kind
minute.
of,
Did y'all hear that?
down.
She said, I am 71 now.
Right. I went through all of that 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Praise God. But my mom told me a couple of years ago when I was down on myself, she said, go back and look at all the things that you have done. She said, you have done a lot of things. You worked your way through college. You started your own business from scratch. You wrote 2 books. You helped women, and mostly women, move to different levels in their careers and businesses. Now I had to start thinking, I'm like, well, yeah, Ma, you're right. I forgot about all of that. So one of the things I subscribe to is looking at your past. And you can find your
Mm,
past passion when you look at your past. So
okay.
that's how I deal with the aging, and I don't let it get me down. I don't let it stop me. I still kept. I still have dreams and goals and aspirations, and I might be a little slow with getting it all done, but I still do it.
Wow, 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 wow. Okay, so as you embrace the aging process, it brought with it some gifts, right? Just
Right.
your perspective changed.
Mhm.
What I'm hearing you to say, your perspective changed about it, and
Attitude.
your attitude changed, your perspective changed. And so as you embraced it, what have you noticed in you I heard you tell your age. Some women have issues with telling their age. You said I was last year I was 70 when we talked, and now I'm 71. And last year you had no problem saying, well, I'm 70. But we have women who don't like to tell their age.
Right, because there's some women that tell me I ain't embracing nothing. I cannot embrace that. And before as a matter of fact, 70 was the first time I really revealed my age online. So I had been selective about who I would tell how old I was and who I wouldn't tell how old I was.
Okay.
But I had a lady that I met online through some acting stuff. And she found, when I told her what my age was, she said, "Girl, you need to tell everybody. You need to," she just went off. And I like thought about it. I said, I'm gonna do it. And something happened when I hit 70. I was like, ooh, how did I get here? It just kind of creeped up on me. I said, I'm gonna tell my age. And it was like the internet went wild. The people in my circle, my friends and social media and all of that. But now it's like, I mean, I just said I forgot who it was that says, what did you do in 2021? And I said, I made my 70th birthday in the year 2021. And I mean, I started getting likes and all of that from follows and all of that from all over. It was like the word 70 hit it. So I just stuck with it. I'm like, okay, it is what it is. Thank you, God. I'm glad that I made it to 70, now 71.
Wow, wow, wow. 71 years old, and you look amazing.
And I have to tell you a quick funny story that just happened. Fred Hammond, our gospel singer Fred Hammond, he did a short video on his Instagram, and it talked about women who have those third digits, which third digits is 50, 60, 70, and beyond.
Uh-huh.
He showed some of the women, and you have to see it, it's funny. He showed some of the women, and I made the 71. And I don't know how I made the 71 and the 81. so, so, so he got me a 71 and 81. And I thought it was funny. I just laughed at it because somehow someone must have said I was 81 somewhere. I don't know how he picked that up. But Jonathan Slocum picked up on it. And, so it became a joke after that, But, hey, I love it, you know.
I love it. I mean, because I noticed that you share your age with such joy. You share it with such confidence. You own it.
Yeah.
You own it. And so what got you to the place of owning that? What motivated you to embrace your age?
One of the things that I've always done, Dr. Tony, is I've always enjoyed mentoring. Ever since I was in my early 20s, I would mentor teens and people on education, business, self-development, all that. And I wanted to inspire and motivate people that they can do things, because I get so many people that tell me, well, I have to do this, and well, I have, like, we do caregiving or whatever it might be. And I wanted to make sure that people know that they don't have to give up. We have to do, I mean, you've done it. I just spent the month with my mother-in-law,
Mhm.
and off and on for the last year and a half caregiving. And so we need something outside of our daily lives. And I just want people to just get up and be inspired and motivated. And I'm happy when people, tell me that I motivate them and inspire them, because that's what I want to do. I believe that's my passion
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
that's my calling. So I that's what I really do. That gives me energy. Every morning I get up and think about, after I do my worship, I think about what can I do to motivate and inspire
Mhm,
someone?
mhm, mhm.
And that's me.
And and I agree with you when you say you think about something you can do to motivate and inspire. Now, I get a lot of people saying to me, Dr. Tony, I'm so inspired when I see your videos of
Mhm.
exercising. I didn't start posting my video. I posted a video. Let me just say this. So I kind of accidentally, I didn't intentionally start saying, let me motivate people with with exercise videos, right?
Right.
So one
Hmm.
day after working out, I did a video and I posted it, right?
Right.
And a lot of people was like, oh my God, oh my God. And then I did it for a minute. I just did it like maybe for a couple of months. And then I stopped. And then when I stopped, I had people inboxing me saying, where your videos? I've been looking for your exercise videos and stuff. And so I started, no, so then I started using the hashtag fitness motivation, right?
Right.
Before I knew it, it was people were telling me, I get inspired when I see you get up and work out. It they say it convicts me.
I know, because you work it, girl. You work it. I'm telling you, I look at you on TikTok and Instagram, and I say she is really working it. And you don't know, I actually jumped up when I saw you do that marathon. I was like, yes. So you doing it, and as you can see that you're passionate about it,
Yeah.
and that's the beautiful thing, you
And, no,
know.
and but the thing is, when you say looking for something that motivates and inspires people, one of the things in terms of embracing our age. Now, I turned 59 in May, and I'll be 60 next year, and I have no issues with people asking me, and I'm like, I love it. Um,
Mhm,
but I think part of my embracing my age is not looking at what gives me energy and what fuels me is to
mhm.
see what I can do at my age.
Right,
And it's
right,
like, wow, I
right.
can do this at my age. And
Yeah.
that's inspiring to me. And so I hope that that would inspire others. And so when you say embracing, you look for what you can do to inspire. And I'm sure when you came out and said, hey, y'all, I'm 70, and they looking at you doing, exercising and modeling and just being the diva that you are. One of my favorite videos of you is you with that white car, and you get out the car and you got on that white, and you just, I'm like, if this, I pulled up your video one time. One of my girlfriends, I said, "Look at this diva! Look at this diva!
That's my favorite look. My little car. I don't get to drive it much
Little
in the
glasses."
summer.
I said, "Come on, honey."
I was on my way to a white party. But you know what? And that's the fun. See, that's the thing. People miss, they miss the fun in embracing your age and the working out. And you don't always have to, if you enjoy it, that's good. I mean, you might see, I could think I just posted a video doing the hula hoop. Now, I've always liked doing the hula hoop, even
Uh-huh.
as a child, and I've never stopped. I kept it up. So I'm 71 years old doing the hula hoop, keeping it up. Now I don't do all kind of crazies, but I can keep it up. But I'm actually having fun.
Yeah,
I'm not. It's
yeah,
not dreadful. I
yeah,
enjoy it,
yeah,
and that's the key. Find something to do that in the fitness arena that you have fun doing. You
yeah,
know, you
yeah.
like I did, you could go back to what you used to like as a child, you
Yeah,
know.
and even beyond the fitness, because you talked to us also last year about going back and picking up your acting,
Hmm.
and you did that
Right.
in your 60s.
Yeah, and a lot of people, if you notice, you see commercials and ads and all of that, and a lot of people have gray hair on them now,
Yeah, yeah.
and as a matter of fact, someone just sent me an ad that I was in. I know I did the ad, but I didn't know it was out or whatever, and it was a medicine ad. And I'm like, okay, they paid me, so cool. So people want to do glamour, 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 but you could get paid pretty nicely doing ads. So don't hold back on whatever your goal. Like you wanted to write a book, or you always wanted to ride a train across, whatever it is you want to do. Have a garage sale and sell some of that stuff you don't need and get that money and go on that trip across the country or whatever, go to the conference. So I'm good for pulling out a garage sale stuff or going to the consignment shop.
Yeah.
uh, so if I have a goal or something I want to do, it's ways you can do things that you want to do.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, and so embracing our age is you're right, not holding back and saying I'm too old or I can't do that anymore. Whatever that is, sometimes embracing when I remember when I was going to when I was in seminary
Hmm.
and a lot of the working on my doctorate in seminary, a lot a lot of the times, and particularly when I went to UGA and did my graduate certificate in women's studies, a lot of the students in the class were much younger than me.
Hmm.
And so I mean they could be my children, literally, some of them
Right.
sitting in class with
Hmm.
me. And but what I brought in embracing my age, I brought even into the classroom experience that they didn't have. And
Right.
so when the instructors and the teachers would talk about certain aspects of whatever we were the content articles that we were reading, I
Hmm.
not only brought to it the research, but I brought lived experience,
Yeah.
the dialogue and the conversations, even in the
Yes.
classroom. So don't even be afraid to go back to school if you're at a certain age. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Because some people think,
Hmm.
and we used to tell people, Bishop and I used to tell people, Sheila, they would say, well, I'm too old, I'm 50. Well, you're gonna be 50 whether you go get the degree or not. So do you want to be 50 with the degree or you
Right.
want to be 50 without the degree? You're gonna be
Right.
60 with with the business, or do you want to be 60 with the business or 60? I mean, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna
Right.
be alive, do something with it.
Do something with it. Don't sit there and do nothing. Your experience, I always say, your experiences determine your meaning in life. So look at those experiences. What you want to do. Don't I mean there are scholarships and money out there to go back to school. You just have to do your research and you can do it.
Yeah,
You can do it.
you can do it.
Yeah.
Now, you work with active adults. You work with in your work as a fitness trainer. You work with active adults. And so, are there any things that we should be concerned about in embracing our age as women of a certain age, 50, 60, 70, 80? What are some of the strategies we should be concerned about or thinking about in embracing our age as it relates to fitness?
Well, one of the main things that you should be thinking about, too, I should say, one is your mental stability.
Okay.
You want to keep mentally alert and aware, and you want to keep your mind going because actually, the fact that you have it in your mental capacity helps you to get to the physical part. And we want to be aware of health because we want to know signs. We want to be proactive with our health, and we need to go if you get a pinch on the shoulder, go to the doctor if that's what you want to do. But always notice little things because as we age, we're gonna it's some things you just out of your control.
Right.
So we just have to really be focused on our mental and our physical and spiritual health. And I'm an advocate of wellness. I need it all. I
Oh,
can't
that's
just have
right.
one thing. I
Yeah.
need it all. But we do really need to be focused from a wellness perspective. And I think as we age, if we take better care of ourselves, if we take better care of our bodies, if we do things that are mentally stimulating, if we include that word in our life, then we're on the right track.
Hmm.
It's not a lot of other things that you need to do if you include the trichotomy of mind, body, and spirit.
I love that trichotomy, and that's what I call harmony and bringing it all together and living an
Mhm.
integrated life of wholeness, an
Right.
integrated life of wholeness. So, are there any strategies or maybe even exercises that you particularly work on with women of a certain age as we age? Are there any particular areas that we should be physically
Mhm.
working or adjusting
Mhm.
exercises or anything like that?
Well, first, let me start out with my strategy, and then you could develop your own strategy. My strategy, I call it WWWW. I wake up, I drink some water, I worship, I read the word, and I work out. By 10 o'clock,
I love it.
I'm done.
www. Wake up,
Wake up, drink some water,
read
worship,
the
read
word,
that word, and
work
work out.
the word, and work out. I love it. The
10
5 W.
o'clock, I'm gone.
I'm
I'm
writing it
done.
down. I'm
You
writing it
know,
down.
and your time could be 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night. Whatever is that you want to follow, you want to have a strategy,
Hmm.
because once you follow that pattern, it becomes like repo.
Hmm.
You
Hmm.
repeat it, it becomes easy. You
Yeah.
do it please, it becomes pleasing, and you do it often. So that's my strategy, to just follow something that makes me feel good. And I know that I'm done with my days. Now, in my case, I don't have to go to an office or anything like that. So that's why I do that. And I say by 10 o'clock, I'm done. It may be 9 o'clock, I'm done, depending on what time I get up. But some of the things that we should do in terms of exercise is get yourself out that couch, off of that
Off
reality
the bed.
TV,
Yeah.
and walk. Get out and walk. Walk a
Walk. You
block,
can add that W. Walk.
walk. Good. Well, and it's free 99. So get out and start that if you're not doing anything. But
Uh-huh.
stretching is one thing I always suggest. Balance is so important. You might see me doing a lot of balance in my videos, because we need balance in our life, right? What we eat, what we drink, what we do, but we definitely need balance in our body, because it helps with our posture, the
Hmm.
back problems that we have, and all of those kind of things. So then you want to include weight training.
Hmm.
You want to at least
There's another
move
W.
yourself
Girl, you
to
got all these W's.
these W's, working with the W's, girl. Thank you. But you know what? You gotta have, because what do we need? We need strong bones, because
Uh-huh.
we lose that. We lose body
Hmm.
mass.
Hmm.
Uh, we just need that way. I can't even say how important that
Uh-huh.
is to our bodies as we age. And don't be afraid. I know people talk about muscle building. That's all a myth. Get yourself some 5-pound weights,
Yes.
and then as you want to, you can move up to 8,
3-pound weights. I mean, I've
10.
gotten some great arm workouts with especially with my Peloton. One of the trainers I work with on Peloton, all we use is a 3-pound weight. And I'm telling you, baby, we
Mhm.
oh my God, you can get
And
some
because you want definition, that's another thing I want to tell people. Don't focus on trying to build like woo woo. You want definition and toning.
Mhm,
That's what you want, is
mhm.
definition and toning. And I get a lot of my clients when I'm in the gym. A lot of clients, well, I would say 95%. When I ask them what their goals are, they say, I want to get rid of that gut. I want to get rid of that core. I want to get rid of that belly.
Yeah.
And like I told a lady online yesterday, she said, I go to the gym to work on my belly. I said, well, you probably won't lose it, because that's the only thing you're going to work on. And you want a full body workout.
Full body.
Include full body workouts, because your core and your abdominals are really, in most of your workouts, you do core and abdominals.
Yeah, yeah.
And I can't forget breathing. Your breathing is always important.
Mm.
If you breathe, you're going to feel your core, so your breathing should come in and go out. So if you breathing when like lifting, you're going to feel your core. So always engage your core in the exercises, and that'll help you with your diet. Don't try to work out and think you're going to get a small core and have a horrible diet. It's just never going to
It's
work.
never gonna work. It's never
Yeah.
weight
Yeah.
is lost in the kitchen. It's not lost in the gym.
Right. And
Yeah.
so those are some of the things I suggest. And I suggest that don't be unrealistic in your goals. If you
Okay.
never look like that lady on the internet, you're not
Embrace
going
it,
to be.
embrace our age.
Yeah,
You're not
embrace it.
30 anymore, and you're not gonna
You're
look
not
so.
gonna look 30. I
Yeah.
looked at a picture, I think this morning for me, I had to be in my 20s. I was like, oh Lord. I- but I don't want to be that person anymore. I want to be
Right.
the best of what I could be at my age right now. And I'm good with that.
Yeah.
So I have no desire to look, but be your own self. Don't try to be like the other person. And if you don't focus on the other person and focus on yourself, you'll be doing good.
You'll be doing
Doing really
really good. You'll be doing really good. Wow. So Sheila, as we embrace our age, I heard you say it so many nuggets in here. One of the things that you said was, I don't want to be that 20-year-old. I want to be the best 71-year-old Sheila.
good. Right.
And I think that's so important for women to hear, because sometimes we try to go back to former glory, former stages in life. Maybe we didn't get something at 20 and now we're 60 trying to go back and get what we didn't get at
Right.
20 or 30. And that
Mhm.
is so it robs us of the blessings of right now, of this
Mhm.
season that I'm in. And so I love what you said. I don't want to go back to that 20-year-old Tony. I want to be the best 59-year-old Tony that I
Right.
can be. And so,
Mhm.
what are some of the issues that you think women have that we may need to maybe get therapy about, pray about, get some accountability that makes us want to stay back there at that, be that 20-year-old rather than be who we are today?
Well, first of all, I think that don't be afraid to get therapy. I think it's a wonderful thing. But the only thing you should go back to is be, go back to look at things that helps you move forward.
Oh,
And like I talked about earlier, I said you go back and look at the things that you did in life, and that you might. What are those special events that really got you excited, that helped you?
uh-huh.
That'll help you move to your passion. So the live in the now, live
Okay.
in the now. You don't have to accept in the embracing the age group. Some people don't accept it, but you do have to accept that you are getting older. It doesn't matter what kind of cosmetics you use, what kind of the inside of your body is getting older, even though the outside might
And
look.
you look, and I don't care how many surgeries you get or whatever. Eventually, look, you can get all that facelift, but this gonna show it. All of
Mhm.
that I don't care what pictures we take and put all kind of filters on them and all that other kind of
Right.
stuff. The truth is, we're aging, and I had to get wrap my. I had to come to that place of acceptance with my gray. You
Hmm.
know,
Hmm.
and I was chasing gray. I was chasing my gray. I was going, oh, my gray hair. And then finally one day I just said, you know what? It is what it is. This is my and so people now will stop me, but oh, I love your gray. This is this is my hair. This is it.
Right.
I
And you love it when people say that
Yes,
because you are motivating and inspiring them.
yeah, yeah.
So you love it when people say you love your girl, and you was like, oh man, and I did all of that to try to keep it, brown or black or whatever. And I think I told you before, I've always had it since the 20s, not this much, but I never colored. But I did have goals with the grade. Like I say, if it gets thin, I'm cutting the sucker, which I did. So you just have to kind of have fun with it. And then you know what? If all else fails, take you a hot bath, a warm bath, and read a book and put some candles on it. And because it is not just dig
It
up a
is
cup
what it
full of
is.
confidence and keep on walking. You
It
know,
is what it is. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Embracing. I love it. Embracing our age. And I love the way your perspective on it and the way you have embraced it is empowering. It's empowering the way you have embraced your age. You're empowering other women to embrace their age. And so I commend you. I thank God for you. I'm glad that our paths finally crossed,
Oh, me too. We were supposed to.
we were supposed to connect. And I love this work that we are doing together in this health and wellness space, in this fitness space. So let's talk about some of the stuff you have coming up. You got I see you got an event coming up, Sheila, on Facebook. Let me just let people know that Sheila Agnew is she has a very, very active fit life, and she's also a fitness trainer working with active adults. You can follow her on go to her website at SheilaAgnew.com. SheilaAgnew.com is her website, and you can go to her Facebook group. She has a very active, over 1,000 members in her Facebook group, Lifestyle Fitness for Active Adults. Lifestyle Fitness for Active Adults is her Facebook group. You can also follow Sheila on you can follow her on Instagram at Sheila's 50 Fit Plus. Sheila's 50
The
fit.
Sheila's Fit 50 plus.
You know what? I always
You
get
got it. You got it
I
typed
got
in
it.
right.
It's on the screen, but I want to say it so that those that are listening are not watching. And if you're
Right.
listening and not watching, go to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Come on now, and
Right.
subscribe to the YouTube channel, so you can watch and listen to and you can see how beautiful Sheila is. If you're listening, I want you really do go over to the YouTube channel and see this diva woman that I'm talking to. But Sheila's Fit 50 Plus is where she is on Instagram. And Sheila, you have an event coming up on June 16th. Talk to us about that event that you have coming up.
Well, it's called Love Your Body, and it's amazing aging. Amazing aging experience. It's a series that I have about getting older, and I picked Love Your Body because I get so many people that ask me questions about how do you love your body. And we are up against so many things like media, social media, corporations giving us what they think we should look like. And I want to talk about what we really should look like and how we should really love our bodies. So that's the basis behind it. I want to have people to have energy. I want them to look at body image differently, because we do have the big cover up. Some of us have it without aging, but with aging, we do have the big cover up. And I do a series called Why We Cover Up Our Bodies. And I don't mean that I know why we cover up our bodies, but I'm talking about it from a mental perspective,
Oh,
because of the things that we don't want people to know about us, or the things that we don't want people to see about us. So sometimes we just have to come out from that so we could shred some of, I'm not talking about shred our clothes, but shred some of the mental things we have about our
yeah,
bodies.
yeah, yeah. So this amazing aging experience for will be on June
Thursday, June 16th.
June 16th. Now, we're watching this video. We're watching this video. Are you going to do any more in July? Because we're watching this in July. Tell us about what you have coming up in your fitness group.
Well, in July, I will be starting my 12-week Step Up to Fitness.
Okay.
So if you're watching this now, I believe it's going to be in early July, correct?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So my 12-week Step Up to Fitness is starting after the 4th of July. So y'all safe, and we're going to need that after the 4th of July. Okay, so come on and join me. You can come in. And
Okay.
it's 12 weeks. It's a planned activity. It's not just about working out for 12 weeks. It incorporates everything that you'll need to embrace this fitness journey that you want to be on.
Okay. So now this amazing aging experience that you're doing on June 16th, will people be able to in July go back and look at that?
Yes,
Okay.
it'll be on my YouTube. I don't think we have that on, but my YouTube is the same. Sheila's 50 plus Sheila Agnew. So it's the same as well.
Sheila's Fit 50
Plus.
plus.
Mm-hmm.
That on
50. Sheila's Fit 50 plus 50.
okay, Sheila
And
on
so they'll be able to look at that as well as a few other exercises that I do specifically geared toward people over 50.
okay. Okay. Sheila's Fit 50 plus on YouTube as well. I want to put that up so people can see that. So they be able to find you on YouTube. Let me see. Let me see. I'm gonna show that on here. Sheila's Fit 50 plus. Save that and then show it. Yeah, I got it right. I
Yeah.
didn't spell it
But
right.
it's 50 now, not 50, 50.
Oh, that one is 50. So it's
Right,
spelled out on Instagram.
right. That's a long story. I would like for it all to be 50, but at Instagram, I had to change it because, we got those people that don't have nothing else to do in life
All
that
right.
hack
So
people's
let me make sure
accounts.
I got it right now. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Is that right?
That's correct.
All right. So YouTube, she's on Sheila's Fit 50 plus. Her Facebook page group is Lifestyle Fitness for Active Adults. All right.
Correct.
We got that. Thank you so much, Sheila. I'm again always excited to have you on the Harmonize Your Life podcast. I just believe that you are just the bomb.com, and I'm grateful that God connected us. I love this idea of embracing our age for women of a certain age, all the nuggets that you gave us about not staying in the past and not being the 20-year-old, but being the age that we are now, embracing it, having fun with it, being free about it, thinking about the things we can do at this age is all a part of embracing our age. Do you have any last thing? What last motivational thing you want to say to us as we close out today?
Well, I just want an old quote that I had when I first started about 1999. I said, "You are more better than you think you are." M-O, you are more better than you think you are. So get up, get out, and let's go.
I love it. I love it. Get up, get
Get
out,
out and let's go.
and
Come on, y'all.
let's go. I am so excited that you're the bomb.com, and I appreciate I just appreciate what God has done in our relationship, how God has, you know, really made you an icon for women of a certain age.
Well, I appreciate you, and what I appreciate most about you is I love hearing those tidbits when you start preaching. Okay, so
Hold
so
on,
you
Sheila, you done
you
made me.
can tell you work out.
You can tell I work out. You can tell I work out.
When you preaching, you can tell you work out. Okay.
Well, you know what? You know what I believe? I just believe that you and in no sense of me having to they shouldn't have to call the ambulance after I get done preaching. Okay.
Right.
So,
Okay.
so that's
I like that.
it's a part of me staying healthy and doing what God has called me to do. So I appreciate you, and I just thank you for being my dialogue partner for this podcast.
Thank you, Tony. And thank you, Dr. Tony. And thank you for thinking of me. And I've enjoyed this conversation. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, listen, y'all, those of you that have been following us all month in this series of women of a certain age, I want to thank you for tracking with us. We had two, we have a couple of more episodes coming up this month. We have two more episodes coming up this month. You do not want to miss the Harmonize Your Life Conversations on Self-Care for Women of Color podcast. You can find us on Spotify, on Anchor, on Apple, on Google, on Spotify. Go to my YouTube channel. If you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, you heard me say it earlier, go on and subscribe to the YouTube channel so you'll know when episodes like this one is uploaded to our podcast stream, okay, up to the channel. I want you to also, ladies, join us in the Harmonize Your Life Women's Self-Care Network. We have a network of women who are about self-care, health, and wellness, particularly for women of color. We want to change the narrative for women of color. And you, by joining the network, helps us to do this work. And the benefit to you is that you're a part of a community that can motivate you, inspire you, where you can get information, encouragement, and that you can grow together and hold one another accountable for self-care, health, and wellness. All right. So go to my website at drtonyalvarado.com. There is a link to the Self-Care Network right there on the homepage. Click that link and it'll let you know what you need to do to be a member of the Harmonize Your Life Self-Care Network. I want to thank our guest today, Sheila Agnew, who's been a wonderful dialogue partner. She has been with us before on the podcast. I follow her on social media. You need to follow her on social media. Her website at SheilaAgnew.com. Her Facebook page, Lifestyle Fitness for Active Adults. On Instagram at Sheila's Fit 50 Plus, and on YouTube at Sheila's Fit 50 Plus. I know that all these things and all the resources that she has and the resources that we have in this network will be a blessing to your life. We'll see you again next week for another intriguing, informative, inspirational podcast conversation. See you soon. Hi, this is Dr. Tony Alvarado. I am so delighted about bringing the Harmonize Your Life podcast to you. Would you do me a favor? If you are enjoying this podcast, would you email me at hello@drtonyalvarado.com? I want to hear from you. I want your feedback. I want to know if there are any other topics that you are interested in as it relates to wellness, self-care, nutrition, or just overall bringing harmony into your life. Email me, contact me at hello@drtonyalvarado.com.